Do you want to know how to use OBS Studio? Do you find it difficult to use OBS Studio to make that beautiful recording or streaming for your YouTube channel or whatever your content you're making? Then this is definitely for the video for you to watch. Hello, welcome back again to my channel Sander TV, and in this episode I want to share with you so far what I have learned by using OBS Studio. As most of you maybe already know, OBS Studio is a free and open source software where you can stream or record your own videos or other content by using this amazing piece of software. So don't forget to like, share and also subscribe to my channel, and thank you for the support. So you will always get updated when I upload a brand new video about OBS Studio and other tutorials like DaVinci Resolve, and of course a little bit piece of me, myself and my daily walk of life. Okay, let's dive in. As you all can see now here in front of me, I'm already in OBS Studio, and let me put myself a little bit to the side. And the reason why you see here Sander TV on the big screen is because I want to dive immediately on one of the biggest issues that you may experience when it comes by using OBS Studio. When you want to use OBS Studio, or in my case make a tutorial about OBS Studio, that means that I'm actually recording OBS Studio itself. But what happens when I do that is what you see here, I already preset a scene here under OBS Studio with a blue background with my name or logo on it, with my pretty face here on the right bottom of the screen. But when I remove this, when I paste it all in here and I select this, what will happen is you will see that mirror effect. And the mirror effect, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with your system or with OBS Studio, but the thing is OBS Studio is actually recording itself. So and online you will find a different kind of tips or solutions which will help you to get rid of this mirror effect. And one of them is that you use a second monitor, so you can work on both monitors, one with OBS Studio and one really what you want to represent yourself on it. Or the second thing is that you minimize OBS Studio, but both of that options are not the right option for me. So I'm thinking a little bit out of the box to get rid of those mirror effect. I just simply created another desktop or background with just the color blue, and I think, okay, since it's blue and boring, why not put myself on it like Sander TV? So if you find this tip useful, or maybe you can use it also yourself, or maybe you were thinking, wow, that was quite creative, please hit the like button and leave a comment below what you think about this, because all comments are welcome and I also want to learn from all of you guys out there. Let's continue further. The first thing what you see is when you want to use OBS Studio, you want to make sure that you download it from the right location, and I put the link for it below in the comments section or in the description section, so feel free to check it out. And when you just started OBS Studio, the first thing that you will notice is that you will come to the auto configuration wizard, and with the auto configuration wizard it will help you on how to set things up by using OBS Studio. Well, in this case my auto configuration wizard isn't working because I'm making a recording by using OBS Studio. So you can also see the results about the sound, how the image are going. But you can, when you click on auto configuration wizard, it will guide you step by step about setting up the system for you. So OBS Studio will work as the most optimized settings for your system as much as possible. And at the end of the configuration wizard, you will see the option that OBS itself will detect your system settings and what kind of hardware, how fast it is, and will give you the right recommendations of what OBS Studio thinks is the best settings for you. So go check it out. Well, when we're here on the desktop or on the dashboard of OBS Studio, you will see here a couple of things going on here. When I will start here in the middle, the audio mixer, it will show you everything, all the audio software or hardware settings that are existing on your system. And as you can see here, it will show all the meterings and all the options that you have for your audio mixer. And in my case, I have a Rode microphone here that I'm using for this recording. But you can also choose, it will also recognize if you have some other sounds from your computer itself. So for example, if you want to make a recording of a piece of clip that you have on your YouTube channel or a different video, it will automatically also record the audio from that particular video or file then. And the other thing is when you have a Canon webcam, in my case I have a Canon webcam, if you have the microphone on it, and also it detects a microphone on it, but in my case I disable it because I'm using an external phone, it will also show you the settings here and will also let you know if it's active or recording anything, yes or no. Well, let's get first to the left side here. On the scenes section, you will see that in my case I already have two scenes created for myself. The first one is a screen recording for OBS, but this is the video what you're watching at. And the second thing is that's another scene selection that I created especially when I want to record DaVinci Resolve tutorials on my channel as well. So you have also a little bit of glimpse or behind the scenes or how I set up things up and how I'm using it. So you know that I'm also using this software quite often, and in the past I already discovered about OBS Studio, but I didn't dive in really that deep about getting to know what the possibilities are. And the last couple of 2 weeks, I said to myself, okay, let's see what OBS is all about, because I know a lot of friends or people that are now know, or other people online through YouTube, most of them are also using OBS Studio, and I felt a little bit left behind. So I think, okay, I'm gonna use that as well, because why make it difficult for myself if everybody else is using it, right? Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Well, what you see here on the scenes, you can also add your own scene, and when you do that, it will give you the pop-up screen here, where you can fill in any name that you like to make it easier for yourself. So for in case if you want to make a tutorial about your Canon camera or about the unpacking tutorial, you can name it here, whatever you want. And when you have created that new scene for you, in that scene you can also use, okay, let's see, you can see here what's happening immediately. If I select the screen recording OBS scene, it will show me every sources that I've selected for this particular scene. But if I choose for another scene, what will happen is, in my case, the screen will turn on black because it didn't represent the things that I selected especially for that scene selection itself. So microphone here, but you can choose any other microphone that you plugged into your system, your laptop or your desktop. Well, let's go to the second one, is the audio output capture. What it says is it will record all the sounds or audio capture that you have on your system. So it could be your own voice, or it could be a clip or another sound from your other sound sources, or maybe from your browser or for your clip that you want to share. It will record that sound as well. Well, the third option is the browser. It will let you select the browser that you're using on your system. So if you want to record something and show it on OBS, you just pick the browser, and what will happen is it will also give you a menu or a pull down menu for you where you can choose which kind of browser or which tab you want to use, particular tab or page you want to use for your recording instead. And the color source, I only briefly mentioned it in the beginning of this video. That will give you the selection about choosing a color source. In this case, I choose the background for it. As you can see here, the color source, I use that and use the color blue for it. But you can use any color what you want, and if I'm not mistaken, you can also make use of gradient colors. And I would suggest just to play around a little bit with it so you get familiar about how OBS Studio works. But let's continue in this short tutorial, because I really appreciate your time that you're spending with me here. And the fourth one or the fifth one is the display capture. It will also let you choose what kind of display you want to show on your OBS Studio, and it will capture or record or stream that particular display capture itself. And the other thing is the game capture. Well, the difference between this, the game capture, actually that selection is been optimized to give you the best experience when you want to record or stream your game and you want to share it online. And that's what many gamers are doing this time, that just instead of you to adjust everything, manually create the settings for your game settings as well. This will, the game capture already presets all the settings, what it thinks is best for gaming, streaming your game or recording it. And another option is you can choose an image that you want to record, or also the image slideshow which you can record and also represent on your OBS desktop. So what it is actually with all these options what you have here, you can make as simple or as complicated as you want yourself. But I would suggest just to play around this, because I always discovered also for myself on a daily basis, when you want to learn something, you just have to try it out and play around with it. And if you find it useful here or have any questions about using OBS Studio, feel free to leave it in the comments below, so I'm trying to answer it as well. And as you can see here, this is a short introduction about how to use OBS Studio, or actually the basic tutorial. Well, let's see what else I can do with it here. Well, you know what? Let me put my face a little bit bigger, because so you can have a better look about me, myself. Well, thank you very much for joining me in this video as well. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel here. If you find you need some help about using OBS Studio or even DaVinci Resolve, or maybe you find it too difficult to do it all by yourself, you can also use my services, because I help companies and businesses or individuals like yours to create the best online presence by using video, and also marketing themselves by using social media marketing. Well, thanks again for joining me, and I see you all next soon in my brand new video here on my channel, Sander TV.